In this example, we need to find a confidence interval for the population standard deviation. First, we need to find chi-square on the left and chi-square on the right. We have 99% confidence, so 99% in the middle. That leaves 0.005 in each tail. The sample size is 40, so the degrees of freedom is 39. Here's chi-square on the left, and here's chi-square on the right. The area to the right of chi-square on the left would be 0.995. Going to table A4, use the degrees of freedom of 39 and an area of 0.995 to find the critical value. And you should run into a little bit of a problem because there is no 39 degrees of freedom in the table. However, 39 is very close to 40, so we're going to use 40 degrees of freedom along with an area of 0.995. And then you should find that chi-square on the left is 20.707. Now let's go to chi-square on the right. The area to the right of that critical value is 0.005. Along with 40 degrees of freedom, you should get the critical value of 66.766. Now we can find the confidence interval. Let's take a look at the formula first. We have a big square root that has a fraction under it. The numerator is n minus 1 times s squared divided by chi-square on the right. Then we have less than the population standard deviation, less than the other square root. The numerator is the same, but this time we need to divide by chi-square on the left. Now let's substitute in the numbers. Well, n minus 1 is really the same thing as the degrees of freedom, which is 39. The sample standard deviation they gave us is 87. Don't forget to square that. Divided by chi-square on the right, which is 66.766. Is less than the population standard deviation is less than. Then for the other square root, the numerator is the same. The degrees of freedom times the sample standard deviation squared. This time we need to divide by chi-square on the left, which is 20.707. So when you work this out, be sure to round to the same number of decimal places as the sample standard deviation. So that means you're going to round your answer to the nearest whole number. Left side, you should end up with $66. And on the right side, you should end up with $119.